Hello, Cadre. I was gonna say hello, and then I got Lionel reaching my head, hello, and I was gonna start singing that, but I can't sing, so here we are. I here here I am again, 2 days in a row. Sorry about that. The weather is not beautiful outside. I was hoping that I would have a lazy morning and then a quick shave and then go by this time be enjoying coffee on the deck in the sunshine, working on my feet tan. It's very foggy, San Francisco foggy all the way down here towards the airport. So I guess it's more than fog because the deck was wet. So there's rain or some kind of major moisture last night. So instead, sorry, my eye is itchy. I decided I was just gonna do a slow, I was thinking luxurious shave, where when I think of that, I think of lots of lather, somehow a big brush, but I forgot to prep, so we should be fine now. So I was using this brush, my SV brush, which Gear Noir doesn't watch, I don't think, most of our videos anymore. I tagged him on the one I talk about him a lot. Maybe I'll tag him on this one too, Gear, just because Noir is going to be mentioned a lot. Anyway, I talk about that I just buy my stuff to use, this or cars, or somebody mentioned about what watches and getting the scratches out of a used watch. I wear it, I've got a couple that I try to watch where I walk with and try not to, when I have my hands at my desk at work, I try to keep them on the kind of the keyboard pads instead of rubbing my watch along the desk. I don't want to scratch it up. But most of my watches, I'm just like, they're tools and they look beautiful, but I'd rather they be used and have some natural patina that shows that they've been enjoyed, not just on display or what have you. But in one of my Shave of the Day pictures, Gear pointed out some water spots or soap scum, something on one of my razors. And yeah, I don't take apart my razors and scrub them down and all that stuff. They get rinsed out and thrown in the drawer and they're used, and there's no rust on them. They all get used and stuff. But that brings me to a lot of times when I take pictures now, I think about that. And sometimes I do rub off some water spots and stuff on like shiny bottles and things. A lot of guys have light boxes and stuff. I mean, they take beautiful pictures. I don't do that. But this one, I got out I have one toothbrush I use when I am going to clean something up. And, it's got all these little things here and it had, just dried whatever on there. So I cleaned it all up. So let's take a moment in honor of Gear Noir to appreciate the beauty of this. What is that stuff? It starts with a P, that kind of metal. I'm blanking on it right now. Darn it. Anyway. So I forgot to soak my brush. So it has been soaked. I forgot to put water on my soap, but I did that now. So it should be fine. This is in my nurse shaving mug. This is just fine accoutrements. Sorry, this is going to be loud, I guess. I'll try not to knock the sides, but here I chose the only soap I have that's in a ceramic mug, and the only brush I have that has a metal ring around it, just for your noise enjoyment. But this brush should get us, look at this, it's all over the place. This should get nice. Here, let's wet the face again. There we go. Anyway, I do, let's get this out of the way too, because I do have one actual agenda item for this shave that got brought up when the minutes were reviewed from the last shave. Barber Dave from Hombre's Barbershop. I got a few calls about the special he's running for the 4th of July weekend. Remember, finger guns, 4th of July. That's what you do to get you the special. I was not thoughtful in the way that it was conveyed, one might say. Before I fix that, let me show you what we're using. I looked in the drawer and this just like screamed out like, hey, it's time. So if you've never seen this is a Techmatic by Gillette, which was used by Apollo astronauts. We have pictures of that in space being used, as well as one of these is in the Smithsonian. I call it a single edge blade because it only cuts on this side. But it comes in a weird cartridge. This whole white thing pops out and it's a continuous ribbon. And so that's what this is on the back. That arrow will advance the whole ribbon. It'll pull it through here, kind of one blade width. And so this will show you what section. I think I don't have my glasses on. I know that I'm on section 8, so that's how I keep track. I've got one shave on this section, so I'll do about 3 shaves and then move it forward once. And then this one, this is an adjustment for aggression. You can get, sometimes these have that adjustment, sometimes they don't. Anyway, kind of cool razor. And always surprising the mild yet very effective shave that it gives. Like it. One of those things that should be used more. It's almost like cheating. Like you almost don't need to think about this thing, and it removes hairs, not feeling like it is. It's a good shave. Anyway, getting back to the agenda. I mentioned yesterday, just made some generalizations, that the holiday weekend special at Hombre's Barbershop, the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson, is that ladies can come in and if they get a shave, they get a free bikini wax. Now, like I said, made generalizations, despite recent rulings by the Supreme Court. This isn't the 80s, and men and women shouldn't be treated differently. So what the actual deal is that you get a shave, you get a free bikini wax. It didn't specify you had to be a lady. So gentlemen, yes, I've gotten a few calls about this. The offer does apply to you as well. So please, maybe it could be a couples thing. You both get shaved and waxed. Dave, can we do that? I think you have 2 chairs in there. You just, watch out. Hombre Spa. That's the next step. Do cowboys have spa music? I don't even know what that would be. If a cowboy or cow lady, if this was the Zoom call, there'd be a lot more jokes to follow after that comment. If they were in the saloon, say, go upstairs to the you give them 2 bits at the bar and you get to take a bath that they've, filled up from the boiler outside. Have a few honeycomb candles burning, a little bit of sage. What music would they be playing on their CD player? What's Zen cowboy music? I'm sorry, to break your hearts. I'm not a country music person myself. It's almost like nails on the chalkboard, but it's all right. Plenty of music to go around. Oh yeah, this lather is awesome. I mean, I could shave without even adding any more. You notice I didn't even I just put it on and started shaving and didn't even really need more water. Look at all that. Yeah. If I was using the straight, I think I'd add a little bit more water. You notice I use a thinner lather than most. See, I think this is just a bit much. It's just like really standing out from the face like a 1/4 inch. But I feel like this is a lot of what I see on YouTube a lot. I think they use thick lather. It's very camera friendly. It's so thick it's making my face almost feel warm. I got a layer of insulation. I can see it on my cheeks. That's all that I thought. Well, this shave would have gone slower if I was using a straight. But it was a weird guy. I was going to do a luxurious shave, which would have meant like a really fancy razor or something. But this popped out. So then I was going to use. That's why I said Gear Noir. There will be many Noirs today. I got Tom Ford Noir de Noir. Got this on eBay used. Otherwise, I wouldn't just be buying this kind of stuff on a whim. And in fact, it's one of those things, it popped up. I guess I was looking for fragrance. I don't know why. I don't buy them on eBay. But I saw this with like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes, like not a lot of time. Popped a bid up there and then started the, please somebody outbid me, please. And then they didn't. So they never do when you're hoping for it. And they do when you don't. But so I sprayed it, and I guess I should look this up. I knew that I liked that scent. Again, Barbara Dave sent me this. It was cool, this bag full of these little tiny bottles of Tom Ford scents. So I got to go through, and I did it was at least 15 of these things. And so the ones that I liked the most, I put on my list of stuff I want. This was one of them. So I didn't remember what it smelled like, but I knew I liked it. As soon as I sprayed it, I'm like, hey, that's very familiar to Le Labo Thé Noir. And it's Thé Noir, is it 29? I get it's blurry. But the number on Le Labo scents, if you didn't know, is how many ingredients go into that. So this one has 29 different scents that go in to make it up. But they both have a similar profile. So I guess there's a profile for Noir. I don't know. Although the Tom Ford at first, I just sprayed it in the air to smell the atomizer, and it was. That's why I noticed the similarity, but I think it's more intense than Le Labo. And then after I got out of the shower, I could still smell it. But the reason I bring this up is, the shave was just the razor was just I looked at it and I'm like, ooh, let's use that. For some reason, this is sitting on I was going through the drawer where samples and stuff are, pulling something up. Must have pulled this out to get to something. It's just laying out onto the Zoologist Civet, which I've had for forever. I know that this is a scent I wouldn't buy, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm not going into work. I could just wash it off. Maybe we'll just use it. We'll see. We'll see what comes at the end if you're still around. Man. See, and this happens every time. Yeah, see? There we go. I do have to add some pressure, or you would have to add some skin tension. So there's already BBS. What I was feeling is that this lather is so thick and creamy that it felt like the razor is just sliding almost over it and not removing anything. But see, that's BBS. But if you know me, you go after the pushing and pulling, and this is what I was mentioning to Stephen Icy on the Cadre. However you say it, see what I did there? That's what it stands for, Haysi, however you say it, Heysi. mentioning, and I don't know, everybody's face is different. As Major Rich pointed out, I've got thick wire, what's he call them? These are, my hairs are dense and have great tensile strength, so they destroy razor blades. Major Rich's hairs are wispy and delicate, like the flower that he is. But Stephen was mentioning he only does a 1-pass shave, maybe sometimes 2 passes, and gets BBS. So the question is, what kind of BBS is that? Maybe he's got, maybe his, he appeared, not that I was checking him out in Vegas, he appeared to have a fairly thick beard from what I can recall. But as we have learned, that also does not equate to how tough the hairs are. Maybe it's thick and yet also willowy like Major Rich, and they just pop off. His hairs just pop off, and it doesn't take much to get a BBS. The other thing he mentioned is that his hairs don't seem to grow in any direction anywhere on his face, because he did like an against the grain and it didn't change anything. And I saw that, I made a joke, so I was looking for like swirl hair beards or something and posted some ridiculous pictures for him. But people did like let it grow out, I don't know how long, and you could see like their whole cheek just had a big swirl of whiskers. And they say, you know, you can do that, you grow your hair out enough to see the direction it's growing in, so you know how you should shave. So maybe his just is all, so every pass is with, against, and across the grain, so 2 gets it all out. Who knows? But that's the thing. It's BBS. But then when it's wet and slippery and you start pushing, is it still BBS? Is it amazingly deep and at 12 o'clock? Well, that has to do with hair growth. How long can you feel your cheeks stretch out? It's obsessive. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but it's funny, the lather for this razor was just, it's got so much just stuff around it, I think it doesn't channel away the lather very well. So it's kind of riding on top of it. That's the other thing now, I got so much lather on my face, it takes longer to rinse off. What else? I got some other stuff going on. I was gonna talk about watch stuff again on this shave, but just ran out of time. Thought about talking about the new Disney cruise ship, the Wish. There's some kind of promo sailings going on before its first maiden voyage with normal paying folks. And I was going to talk about a new tea that I got. So I'm going to have to, I forget stuff. I'm going to have to try to remember most of that. And either I can brew up the new tea and sit and sometime have instead of coffee chat, we'll have a tea chat. Maybe that's, instead of one big topic, I just sit there and yammer on about all the stuff I didn't cover in the shave. Got to clean out all this extra. Sad, you got all this lather going on. I think this is losing its scent a bit. Or just being overpowered by everything else in here. I got this. This is the first Christmas exchange gift I ever got in a shaving form. Pre-cadre. But it's been sitting out uncovered for years and years and years. There we go. We're gonna. This is my go-to now. Actually, no. I just said that, but not today. That's funny. I'm gonna use No Name Lemon again. Just because, again, a long, luxurious shave to me means I take time to be able to use talc. And with Quinn's, see, we're working on the No Name would not sponsor us. Even so, we're working, I didn't even use it, but I'm going to point at it. This stuff, love ya. We'll see if we can get them to sponsor us someday. The Quinn's is so nourishing to your skin. It leaves it a little bit, it's so undry, so moisturized that I wouldn't want to put talc on afterwards. So we did that. Always do. I have to, where is that guy? Oh, no. Oh, there he is. Here, let's do this now. See, there's the gold. So Kyle on the Shaving Cadre, he doesn't watch anybody's videos anymore. He's too good for us. But he loves us anyway. So at the Vegas meetup, they had all these Aquanauts. The people that don't watch, well, that's the thing. The people that went to Vegas are the ones that are super involved in. Does this have a front and a back? I think it does. Yeah, that's the back. So there's this front. Almost everybody that was at Vegas at one point or another, at least, had posted a video. And I'm trying to think that the people that were posting videos actively at the time Vegas happened, I think they were all there. Anyway, so that's kind of part. That's what the Aquanaut's for. That's why he's there. That's why Steven is anxiously waiting his shipment of 2-in-1. Now, lesson learned, Steven, you listening? Don't pa with the cap off. We've learned that lesson already. But see, you got the Aquanaut in there. Pa! This moment of pa brought to you by Hombre's Barbershop. Sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. Which I need to get to. I think I might go get my hair did today. Oh, I did papa to use it. And did I use it? Did I? Jeez. Lord have mercy. No, I didn't. There we go. That finishes. That's a beautiful shave. Then that's what's interesting. So it's been pretty cool. Man, gotta take care of this. It's been pretty cool watching Steven, who's been part of the cadre, yet not fully immersed in the hobby. He just had a couple of soaps. He's only got 3 colognes. He's funny, I gathered my colognes. He's got 3. They're all Polo. But like I said before, he's starting to fall down that rabbit hole, and he got some alum, and he ordered some 2-in-1, and he's asking about talcs and this and that. And I would encourage, cadre member or not, if your shaving routine is shaving, washing it off, and walking away, try something afterwards. Unless it's perfect, unless you've got like no razor burn, your skin is smooth and hydrated, and you're just naturally gorgeous. But some of the stuff I started with is Nivea for Men. Haven't touched this in forever because I got my routine down. I should try it on a shave, just memories. Just like 2 drops. Anyway, your post-shave routine can make a huge difference. So there we go. See, that was a trick. It's like misdirection in a magic trick. I just yammered long enough for my face to be dry enough for talc. I didn't have anything interesting to say. I just kept same old stuff we're using here. I got to bring in the other. I'm running out of space on my counter is what it is. I emptied it off once during holidays or some reason, and didn't put everything back. And now, I don't know, seems like more stuff has accumulated, and I don't have space to bring everything back, and that's tough to be beautiful. All right. Oh, decision time. Let's do it. Let's do the civet. You know what? And again, not to not to bring him up. Maybe it's, you know, like I was saying, I keep talking about the same guys all the time, but it's maybe because some people share a lot more on the cadre than others. Open yourself up. Be vulnerable. Put down those walls. Barber Dave, yet again, I think it's the first time I ever saw a zoologist. Years ago, he had civet. Comes in I say their bottles are cool. Their scents are out there, man. You got it. They're very polarizing. This one, my wife might not be pleased with. It's very. We'll see. Ooh, I'm doing the massive app. I'm gonna stop. Let's stop before I get kicked out of the house. Anyway, he hasn't used this stuff in forever, and I saw he got rid of 2 zoologist soap. So I don't know if he's gotten old and just kind of more like middle of the road. Interesting. Whew. It's strong, that's for sure. There's gonna be a comment about that when I get upstairs. It's not terrible. It's almost, I'm gonna put, let's see, before I look, I'm getting some powder, I'm getting some floral, and there's musk in there. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at the notes. Let's see, bergamot, black pepper, lemon, orange, spices, tarragon. I don't know, that's a stretch. Heart notes are carnation, heliotrope, hyacinth, tuberose. That's the heart notes. So that's all the floral and powdery stuff. Base notes: balsam, civet, coffee, incense, musks, resins. Yeah. So the base notes. So nailed it. All right. I think that's enough. Let me go get in trouble for how strong I smell, and I'll see you on the forums.